Alright, I wanted to show you guys what the windshield situation looks like without Rain-X. This is actual driving conditions. You can see I'm driving and it is sprinkling, raining outside. This is what it looks like. And what we're going to do is put some Rain-X on the window and then show you what it looks like afterwards. So this is just the wind pushing the rain, and now we're going to go ahead and try to clear it a little bit. And that's what it looks like, you know, when it's cleared and the rain comes back. So what I will do is put Rain-X on here and we'll see how the water behaves. So stay tuned for that. All right. We are going to attempt to wash the windshield of Good Vibrations today. That's the name of this little Vibe, which is a micro camper. So it's a little bit dirty, not too bad. And living in Florida, it rains quite a bit. So I've noticed that it's kind of dangerous to drive out there during the rain because the water isn't totally beating on here. It hits and it beats a little bit when I'm moving, when the car's like driving, but it's not like totally just running off. So what I'm going to do is just wet everything down right now. And matter of fact, I'll lift up. I don't know if you guys know, these things lift up. You just pull up on them. And what I'm going to attempt to do is just wet everything down and then use some of this dishwasher fluid here. That's not really Gain that's in there. It's dishwasher fluid that I bought from Dollar Tree that I just put into that little container that used to be Gain dishwasher. So that's our soap, and we're not gonna like go totally nuts on it. We're just gonna wet it down, put a little bit of soap on it, rinse it off, and then we're gonna go ahead and put the Rain-X on it to see if that actually will help the windows beat a lot better. Now that I've wet down the entire windshield, I'm gonna take some Gain. Just put a little bit. Look at the Gain. All right, just a little on this side. We're just sprinkling it on there liberally, and then we're gonna run the sponge on it. So this should hopefully give me a nice clean surface. And after that, we'll dry it off and put on the Rain-X water repellent and see if it actually does what it claims to do. So I'm taking the sponge right now and just simply rubbing along the edge here to making sure I hit every surface. Because what I'm trying to do is try to get the surface as clean as possible, no dust and stuff. So I am using the smooth side of the sponge. I want to scratch up our glass. And got this side done, I think. So basically making sure we get the entire surface wiped down. And we'll get rid of the soapy water here in a minute. So let me do the other side. You can see that this is a very fast process. So we're gonna run this side, wipe down here. It's looking pretty good. All right, nice and clean. Now it's a matter of getting the water and just pouring it on here and getting all this soap off here. Then what we'll do is dry it off. You're supposed to apply the Rain-X on a dry surface. You're not supposed to apply it on a wet surface. So we're going to just totally make sure that this is covered and rinse it all off. Without further ado, that's what we're going to do. All right. This is a bit hard to do single-handedly, but I am going to attempt to try to pour this on there and film it being poured. All right. Okay. So, I think it's clean. What do you think? Now it's just a matter of drying it off. Well, we're going to get a towel and dry that off and then we can proceed with the Rain-X application. To dry everything off, I'm just going to use an old beach towel and basically just wipe it down. So the idea is just to take all the water off, then let the air blow it dry completely. Looks like my thing here is falling apart. I guess, oh, it presses into place. What do you know? The little plastic thing here, there's a plastic weather stripping that was coming off, and you can just snap it right back into place. Interesting. So we'll go ahead and let this dry. Wipe it down on the other side. And then begin the Rain-X application. Alright, it's been a couple minutes, and I think it's pretty much dry right now. And according to the Rain-X instruction, you're supposed to put this on a like a cloth, soft cloth, and then put it onto the glass, and then rub it, you know, coat the glass with it, and then make a haze, and then wipe off the haze to dry it off and buff it up and make it shiny. We're going to use paper towels here, and I'm just going to spray this stuff on here. Okay, so then we're going to start on the corner and just rub it in. So I'm just going in a circular manner. Well, not even circular, side to side. I'm trying to coat the entire glass with the Rain-X. So you can kind of tell what part you've been to because it gets kind of hazy. Make sure. Look at that, we're taking some dirt off, so the Rain-X actually cleans. So we're going to do one coating there. I'm going to flip it over to the other side of the paper towel and wet this side down. I've got it liberally sprayed on there. And we're going to wet this side down too. Looks like I have a chip in my windshield here. So we're coating the entire glass. I noticed there was some goopy stuff dried on there, and it looks like honestly, it looks like Rain-X is a cleaner too. It's not just a waxy thingy. It's actually removing grime and stuff that's kind of fused onto the glass, the windshield, which is interesting. So that looks like that is good on there. I think we've coated it. I'm gonna put a little elbow grease in there to try to get the grime off there, because look, I think there was some paint that might have been oversprayed onto this windshield. But now we got it off, so we'll let this dry and then buff it up and then see how it does with beading. Alright, it's only been about a minute or two since we let it sit on here, but I think it's dry enough that we're going to try to wipe it off with a clean. Wow, look at that glass. Look what happens when I start rubbing. It's actually like super clear. So yeah, the Rain-X, when you rub it off, the glass becomes like super clear. I can see I've got dirty, sticky stuff on the inside of the glass that I'm going to have to clean off later. But yeah, on the outside here, it is super clear. So we'll continue this process and get the entire window. It's like buffing. It's almost like waxing. But it's making it super glass-like clear. Like you can't even see it. It's like invisible. So we'll just see if it beads the water like it promises to do. Alright, I got it completely done, and you can see it is like crystal clear. And since it's not raining, I'm going to go ahead and attempt to test it by using this hose with water. And we're just going to run it along the top and see how it beads. You can see I'm putting the water on it, and it is just like not sticking at all. Look at that. So yeah, the Rain-X appears to work. When I'm driving and if it rains, I'll show another video to show it in action with real rain. But you can see that it is like totally beading. There's like very few water drops on here. The water's just running straight off. And that'll make it a little bit safer when you're driving because you'll be able to see out the window without water sitting there forming a film. Now, I did put some Rain-X on here on another video with cleaning the headlights, so I'm going to try it out. And I can see the water's also beating off here too. Look at it. So the water hits and just runs right off. So the headlights will hopefully work better too, especially during rain, because look at that. The water's just totally running right off the headlamps. So yeah, Rain-X is a great product. Looks like it'll work. See a couple beads still sitting on there, but if you were driving, the wind would probably blow it off, so it's better than with the water just sitting on there. Yeah. We'll find out when I'm driving, but I'm pretty sure Rain-X works. I've used it in the past, and it definitely makes it driving, so when you're driving in the rain, a lot safer because you have better visibility. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can get the latest updates and the latest videos. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye now.